Everything Breaks is a new kind of auto protection plan that gives you more. You gotta have a protection plan, or you'll be paying the huge costs of auto repair on your own. Some plans charge you $150 a month, but for less than $1 a day, Everything Breaks can protect you from crippling auto repair bills that you can't afford. Call the number on your screen now for a no-obligation quote.
I like Everything Breaks because they have lots of different plans. It's really affordable, and they have really good customer service.
Everything Breaks also includes 24-hour roadside assistance, free towing, and free rental cars. With our loyalty program, you can earn rewards like free oil changes and brake pads. Everything Breaks covers more than cars, so act now, and coverage for your smartphone will be included free. That's auto and phone protection for one low price. It's only a matter of time until something breaks, so don't wait. Call now to join the millions of satisfied customers and start saving thousands on your repair bills.
Call 800-935-0994 or visit everythingbreaks.com.
Watch the season opener of the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week as the Belfry Pirates battle the Pulaski County Maroons this Friday night on HNI and WYMT.com.
Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, the very latest as police had to investigate a report of explosives in a truck near the Library of Congress. We'll have some new information. And a call from the governor to take COVID more seriously, as he says hospital capacity comes into serious question and misinformation spreads.
Still dodging showers and storms this evening, but some improvement is on the way. I'll have the latest coming up right now at 5:30.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Part of the nation's capital went on lockdown today as authorities responded to an active bomb threat near the Library of Congress. The suspect surrendered after several hours. CBS's Deborah Alfarone reports from Capitol Hill.
A man who claimed he had a bomb in his pickup truck parked on the sidewalk near the U.S. Capitol surrendered after hours of negotiations.
We had information and evidence of what was in the bed of his truck. At this point, we think that's safe.
He was taken into custody peacefully.
He got out of the vehicle and surrendered, and the tactical units that were close by took him into custody.
As the tense situation unfolded, the suspect was identified as Floyd Ray Roseberry from North Carolina.
If you blow my truck up, man, hey.
In a video posted from a black pickup truck, the suspect claimed to be holding an ammonium nitrate bomb in his lap.
The only thing that can set this bomb off is enough decimals.
At one point, he addressed President Biden, saying he was unhappy about the situation in Afghanistan. Capitol Police sent out a tweet asking people to avoid the area, fearing there might be other explosive devices around the city. D.C. staffers in the area were asked to shelter in place or evacuate. Both Congress and the Supreme Court are in recess this week. The situation comes just months after thousands of pro-Trump rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol, angry about the presidential election. Law enforcement officials spoke with the suspect's wife in connection to today's incident. They say he recently lost his mother and was dealing with other issues, too. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The suspect had a minor criminal history. Police say there's no indication he was working with anyone else.
Rather soggy morning for some of us as we went through the early morning hours, especially in parts of the Kentucky River Valley. We saw several instances of flash flooding into parts of Wolf, Lee, Estill counties as we went through the morning hours. The good news is that water slowly receding. I-64 camera at Moorhead, you could see the soggy morning we had there before some calmer weather moved in for the evening hours. Buffalo Mountain camera here in Perry County. We're into the upper 70s now, low to middle to upper 70s, and seeing a little bit of sunshine work back in to the area, something we Really do need to see after all the wet weather we had. I do have good news in that the flash flood warning that was in effect for parts of Pike County has been canceled, as has the flood advisory for Pike County. So that is good news going forward, but we still do have the flood advisories for parts of Powell and Wolf, as well as Estill and Lee counties going forward. Really just some spotty storms right now. In fact, we have one right on top of Pikeville at this moment, probably dropping a little bit of heavy rain, but the warning was for areas south of town. That has been allowed to, or has been discontinued as of the next little bit. Once we get these showers and storms out of here, things will be looking okay. Temperatures already warming up. That's going to be a feature of our forecast as well. You still want to keep that WYMT weather app handy, though, because we still do have shower and storm chances heading through the nighttime hours. I'll have the latest on what this all means for your football Friday night forecast tomorrow and the weekend coming up in just a bit. Steve?
Thank you very much, Evan. Well, we have some breaking news out of Lexington. 6 Kentucky football players have been arrested on burglary charges. WYMT's Camille Gear joins us now with more on what we know. Camille.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. According to our sister station, WKYT, there's a report saying the football team is aware of the situation. Now, we still are waiting on a statement from head coach Mark Stoops. We will have more as this story develops. Now, there are 6 UK football players that are arrested on first-degree burglary charges. First, it's Reuben Adams, Andrew Phillips, Joel Williams, Vito. There's 3 more, Vito Tisdale, Ernest Sanders, Juton McLean. Now, Vito Tisdale is also arrested for wanton endangerment. I, of course, will have more on this coming up in sports, and we will update as soon as we get a statement from Kentucky football. But until now, Steve.
Thank you. Well, a story, of course, we've been following throughout the day. The cleanup is underway after flash flooding in Wolfe County. The Bethany community along Highway 15 near the Breathitt County line was hit the hardest. High water made it into homes and a school. The Bethany Christian School was also another hard-hit location. The superintendent says she is lucky that they were there and able to act when the water rose.
Completely ad-lib. Thanks. I hope it was right.
We're going to have some technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Summer is here, and the deal on the iPhone 12 mini just got even hotter at Appalachian Wireless. The iPhone 12 mini comes with massive features and is the perfect pocket size. Best of all, Appalachian Wireless is offering the iPhone 12 mini for just $1 with a 2-year contract. Good things do come in small packages, and it's the iPhone 12 mini on the region's best network. But don't wait. This deal won't last long. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthDocs.com to view a video of Dr. James G. Huffman on outpatient ophthalmology. Baptist Health Corbin. Be a healthier you.
Get ready to come on down. The Price is Right Live is on its way. On stage and in person. Featuring an award-winning host, your favorite games. Ain't this fun? And fabulous cash and prizes. $5,000! Will you be the next contestant? We showed up and we won! Get your tickets now for The Price is Right live on stage.
September 14th at the Corbin Arena and September 15th at the Appalachian Wireless Arena.
It's $5 days this Friday and Saturday. Save big on items store-wide.
This Friday and Saturday, save on Pick 5 meat, Shortcuts snack cups, Bluebell or Kay's ice cream, and more.
Tune in to the new Gary C. Johnson Show, Simply the Law of Life.
Join us 7 p.m. Tuesday evenings here on WYMT.
This area, once blanketed by majestic forests, is now a treasured natural wonderland where you can relax, learn, explore. It's a land unmatched in beauty and inspiration, unique and mysterious, full of opportunity and adventure. The Kentucky Wildlands is a place that speaks to our soul and reminds us that life is best lived outside. Start your journey at exploreKYWildlands.com.
If you've been to the rest, check out the best.
It's this weekend only at Madison County Fairgrounds. Thousands of guns, knives, and you're invited to buy, sell, or trade.
Kennywood's Gun and Knife Show.
Collectors, hunters, and gun enthusiasts, you don't want to miss this huge event on Saturday and Sunday at Madison County Fairgrounds.
If you can't find it there, you won't find it in
Kennywood's Gun and Knife Show, this weekend at Madison County Fairgrounds.
Have a news tip? Then call the WYMT News Tip line.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
The cleanup is underway after flash flooding in Wolfe County. The Bethany community along Highway 15 near the Breathitt County line was hit the hardest. High water made it into some homes and a school there. The Bethany Christian School was also another hard-hit location. The superintendent says she is lucky that they were there and able to act when the water rose.
The water was almost out of the banks before we even noticed, and it just continued to rise very quickly. Because we were in a staff meeting, we were able to bring all the staff and rush over here and begin moving things up as high as we could to try to minimize damage.
Emergency management officials said that because the ground was so saturated this week that the added rain today made things worse. Another issue is some gas line breaks. Coming up at 6, we'll hear more about the damage in Wolfe County from our Zach Hawk. And to give you an idea of what some of our viewers are experiencing up in the northern part of our coverage area, take a look at this image sent to us from a viewer in Campton, a picture taken from behind her house. Radar estimates show several inches of rain fell in that area. If you are affected, you can continue to send us your videos and pictures to our website at WYMT.com or message us on Facebook. Search and rescue efforts are underway in North Carolina after Tropical Storm Fred tore through the area. More than 200 workers are paddling through the Pigeon River. About 20 people are still unaccounted for as of this morning. 2 people have died. The area has received as much as 12 inches of rain during the last couple of days. About a dozen bridges have been damaged or destroyed. Governor Andy Beshear says people need to get the COVID-19 vaccine to preserve hospital capacity, and he says misinformation about COVID is not helping. He continues to say vaccines and masks are the answer. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what the governor had to say about the state of the pandemic today.
The governor says it is a critical time for COVID-19.
What it again means is it's the most dangerous time if you are unvaccinated in this pandemic, maybe in your life.
He had administrators and doctors share video announcements urging vaccines because of what he says are hospitals nearing or at capacity.
And out of the 20 ICU or critical care unit beds of Baptist Health Hardin, 18 are currently filled by COVID patients. That's 18 out of 20.
He also says misinformation is hurting, such as the people who criticized him for not wearing a mask at the state fair when he says the photos were taken at an outdoor event.
There's a governor indoor without wearing a mask. He doesn't believe in it. You don't need to wear one. That's the exact type of misleading types of lies that mean to confuse some people.
With high school football starting up along with the state fair, which began today, I did ask the governor about outdoor capacity and outdoor guidance regarding these events. The governor says outdoors is safer than indoors, and high school football games should be fine for crowds if they play it safe and smart.
So for those football games right now, we're not making any type of capacity suggestion, but be safe, spread out.
Nothing yet on capacity, but the governor says he could require more of us to wear masks inside more places.
A statewide mask mandate is something that we have to be actively considering.
In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The governor says he is especially concerned about the 18 children in the hospital in Kentucky because a lot of hospitals do not have pediatric units. But doctors from all 3 of Lexington's major hospital systems said the spread of the Delta variant was causing them to prioritize how their staff and space was used. They're asking people who only have mild symptoms to go somewhere other than the emergency room for testing. They also said COVID misinformation, mostly about the vaccine, was something they were having to fight against as well.
If it were possible, I really wish we could do this, but I would just take a group of people through the emergency department or into the ICU for just 2 or 3 minutes and show you what a symptomatic COVID patient looks like. And I guarantee that the fear of vaccination would be totally wiped away by what you would see with a COVID patient.
7 of the 72 COVID cases at UK Hospital involve pediatric patients. More than 24 people are on ventilators. COVID booster shots could be widely available for millions of Americans beginning next month. Studies from overseas show fully vaccinated people are beginning to exhibit worsening symptoms in breakthrough cases. The U.S. had a total of 400,000 new COVID cases for the entire month of June and is now approaching nearly 2 million so far this month. With booster shots now possible for Pfizer and Moderna receivers, where does that leave Johnson & Johnson vaccine recipients? Doctors and surgeons are now saying that they, too, will likely need a booster shot. U.S. health officials say they will keep Americans up to date on a timely plan for booster shots on the J&J one-shot vaccine, but scientists say more research is needed.
The J&J vaccine was not administered in the U.S. until March of 2021. And we expect more data on J&J in the coming weeks.
In the past 2 weeks, a fifth of all new U.S. vaccinations have been among adolescents. Local businesses were forced to either shut down or fight for survival since the beginning of the pandemic more than 1 year ago. Bluegrass Vineyard, a winery in western Kentucky, reflects on how they overcame the struggles that this past year has meant. The establishment is veteran-owned and family-operated since 2014. Jessica Rogers, the co-owner, talked about the ups and downs that their business experienced in the last year to stay afloat.
It forced us to think differently, to diversify a little bit, to help us get out to more stores. I don't sit around and wait for things to get better. I'm like, all right, what can I do to make this situation better?
Jessica added that expanding their social media presence and their outdoor seating area has helped them continue to actively grow their business through the hardships faced since the pandemic began. Senator Rand Paul honored a small business recently in our region. Baxter's Coffee of Somerset was honored as the United States Senate Small Business of the Week. Baxter's Coffee is a family-owned coffee shop where it first opened 2 years ago in 2001. The coffee company is now expanded into 4 locations in Somerset, including a kiosk at the Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital.
Drier weather beginning to work into the mountains after a rather soggy go of it this morning led to all that flooding you saw up into parts of the Kentucky River Valley into Wolf and Powell counties this morning. The good news is the water level slowly receding as we are slowly working our showers and storms out of here throughout the day today. I-75 camera at Mount Vernon showing us the soggy weather we did have earlier. You see some of that wetness there on the pavement, but the good news is we don't have to worry about that. We're drying out on the Mountain Parkway at Slade. Even a little bit of sunshine there right now. We still have some of those clouds, though, as we are continuing to watch some of those showers and storms move on out. Low 80s into the Cumberland Valley. They've had a little bit more sunshine today. Showers and storms have hung on into the Big Sandy, I should say. Mid and lower 70s, 75 Prestonsburg and 72 into Pikeville. That's right at our dew points, by the way. So it is still very, very, very muggy out there, and that's something we're going to have to contend with. The good news is our flash flood warning for Pike County has been allowed to expire, but we're still watching some of those pop up, those spotty showers and storms. In fact, one right over downtown Pikeville right now, and a few more getting going across the Cumberland Valley, not far from Mount Vernon right now, eastern parts of Pulaski County. A few more will be working into western Pulaski County before too long, into parts of Bell County and Campbell and Claiborne counties as well, seeing more of those showers and storms. Everything here pushing on off to the east. I think our shower chances will be diminishing as we head through the nighttime hours tonight, and that is good news. So I think our chances mainly early, 70 for that low tonight. Timing things out on Future View in just a moment, something we are going to have to deal with, some of that patchy fog. Our far northwestern counties, Rowan, Menifee, Powell, and Estill, under a dense fog advisory for the morning. Wouldn't shock me to see if that gets expanded throughout much of the northern part of our area heading into tonight. So timing things out, showers and storms diminish overnight. By the time we get to our Friday evening, Friday night football, first kickoffs tomorrow evening, not looking too bad. Will it be muggy? Absolutely. Will we have to dodge showers and storms? Increasingly, I don't think so. I think we're going to be dry, and heading through the evening will stay dry and staying dry into early on Saturday as well. Spotty storms can't be ruled out, but notice another feature of the forecast. We're getting warmer. We are back into much warmer conditions Friday into Saturday, still below average, but by the time we get into Sunday, Monday, and even on Tuesday, we're not far from 90 degrees again as we get into the middle of next week. And notice it should be about 84, 85 this time of year. So just a reminder, summer, it's still here, even though the football is getting ready to start out there. We're still dealing with summer in some spots. On that extended forecast where your weekend is always in view, showers, best chance early tomorrow. We're going to start to dry out a little bit later as we just see some of those stray chances working in for the weekend. And into early next week, we don't have to worry about any more substantial shower and storm chances until we get into the middle of next week with highs near 90 degrees. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. Well, on this day in history, August 19th, 2003, Hazard lost one of its beloved citizens. Herman Maggard died at the age of 87. He was a World War II veteran, a Hazard City Commissioner, and once served on the Hazard Board of Education. He ran a country store in the Lothair section of Hazard for more than 65 years. Scientists in Israel say they made a breakthrough in fighting cancer by using 3D technology. CBS's Ian Lee has that story from London.
This 3D bioprinter is literally creating cancer, and scientists hope it'll take the trial and error out of battling the disease.
This is one of the hottest areas in research, in cancer research.
Doctors start by taking a chunk of a tumor from a brain cancer patient to build a 3D model.
We grow the cells in a gel that mimics the tissue of the brain much more accurately, and hence this translates to the behavior of the cancer cells.
Using MRI or CT scans, scientists can create a replica of the patient's tumor.
This is a bioprinter, meaning that we are using it to print tissues.
The patient's blood is pumped through the printed tumor so researchers can test potential treatments before using them inside someone's body.
After we finished 3D printing the model, we connect it to a perfusion system in order to perfuse drugs or cells inside the blood vessels.
Scientists also say these models will let them experiment to find more effective treatments.
New targets for new drugs, and also to screen for personalized therapy, to fit the therapies to the patient.
The next step is to work directly with patients to see if these 3D models hold the key to killing cancer. Ian Lee, CBS News.
The 3D tumor research was published in the journal Science Advances. Coming up in sports, more details on those 6 Kentucky football Wildcats facing some criminal charges.
I was born and raised in these mountains. Taking care of the people in this region is important because they raised me. These are my friends, my family. I could have gone anywhere, but I chose to practice medicine at Pikeville Medical Center because of the comprehensive capabilities our new Heart and Vascular Institute offers. We even have multiple state-of-the-art labs dedicated exclusively to electrophysiology. We have a great heart team here at PMC. My colleague, Dr. Anthony Sierras, laid the foundation for electrophysiology at Pikeville Medical Center. He is a pioneer in our field. Every heart patient we treat here at Pikeville Medical Center is important to me, and they helped make me who I am today. I listened to my heart and came back home for one reason, so that I can take care of yours. So listen to your heart, and if something just doesn't feel right, place its care in our hands.
WYMT, dedicated to Eastern Kentucky.
At People's Bank, our vision is to be the best community bank in America. And it's that commitment to community that allows us to focus on what's most important, you. Sure, we offer all the financial services and products you'd expect, but it's the relationships we build with our clients through almost 120 years of service that truly makes People's Bank your bank. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Sunny days are here, and that means it's time to fire up the grill and enjoy the great outdoors. Now's the time to visit Jackson Propane. The professionals at Jackson Propane will assist you in setting up your new gas fireplace. You'll also want to see their great selection of Yeti products and the most exciting food preparer ever, the Big Green Egg. So stock up on propane at any area store. So many reasons to shop Jackson Propane. Call the Jackson Propane Plus nearest you or visit us on the web at jacksonpropaneplus.com.
And remember, our drivers are better looking.
It's that time of year for some football.
Yes, it is, Todd. What's going on, guys? My name is Cash Daniel, former UK linebacker and big supporter of Patriot RV.
Tell the fine folks about the deals we're passing along, Cash.
Well, my boys at Patriot RV have absolutely tackled the competition by dropping their prices on all toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers.
We're clearing out all the 21 models and making room for the 22 model.
So come be a part of the winning team at Patriot RV in Ashland and in Prestonsburg.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Autumn days begin in mist and end in glorious gold. It's the best time to tee it up on the trail. Play unlimited golf on Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, starting at just $110 per day, including cart and range balls. The New York Times calls the trail some of the best public golf on earth. Don't miss the glory days of autumn on the trail. Call 1-800-949-4444 or visit rtjgolf.com. World-class golf that's not a world away.
WYMT Mountain News, dedicated to Eastern Kentucky.
This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Just a little over 2 weeks before the Kentucky football season, and not the kind of roster update head coach Mark Stoops wanted to address. According to our sister station WKYT, 6 UK football players have been arrested on charges of first-degree burglary. Now, those players have been arrested are Ruben R.J. Adams, Robert Jutan McLean, and Andrew Phillips, Ernest Sanders, Joel Williams, and Vito Tisdale. Tisdale has also been charged with wanton endangerment. Police say he was identified as a person believed to be pointing a gun. Now, this dates back to a private party that was held back in March when 3 people entered a residence uninvited and were asked to leave. They promised to come back, and they did later that night with 3 more people and were forced their way in. All of these players will be in court tomorrow. Now, after head coach Mark Stoops named Will Levis the starting quarterback over the weekend, backup QB Joey Gatewood then entered the transfer portal. The former Auburn QB entered the portal on Monday following the announcement and now looks for his new home. According to reports, Gatewood could be joining Gus Malzahn at UCF. Stoops says he wanted to make the decision quick so that Gatewood could find his new home.
If I knew this is the decision we were going to make, I wanted to give people like Joey the opportunity to transfer and go somewhere. You know, if you wait another week, then he's trapped here. I thought it was the right, decision to let him know where we stand.
And according to reports, an assault charge against Kentucky football's chief of staff, Dan Berezowitz, has been dismissed in court. Berezowitz was arrested in late June and charged with 4th-degree assault after an altercation with his wife. He still remains suspended from Kentucky football staff. And that is sports. We'll be right back.
One day at work, I slipped and fell and blacked out. After the accident, my employer was basically forcing me back to work. They were not concerned about the pain that I was feeling. Nobody cared about me being hurt. When I called Morgan & Morgan, everything changed. I'm not 100%, but I'm a hell of a lot better than I was last year. If anybody calls me in need of a lawyer, trust me, I'm sending them straight to Morgan & Morgan.
It takes a lot to keep a farm going. W.D. Bryant Outdoor Farm Solutions can be a helping hand. Whether you're feeding livestock, helping some get their start, tending the garden, working the fields, or updating equipment, Whatever the need, W.D. Bryant is your farm and home destination. Serving southeastern Kentucky for over 90 years.
Hi folks, Joe Namath here with a new message about your Medicare benefits. You may be entitled to transportation, meals, and expanded coverage for dental work that includes extractions, fillings, and dentures, all at no additional cost. Plus, depending on your zip code, you may be entitled to the Medicare benefit that adds money to your Social Security check every single month. Call and get everything you deserve. Call now. It's free.
I'm on a fixed income, so I called to get money added to my Social Security check. They helped me so much.
I called to save money on copays, get prescriptions, transportation, and my dental work covered. I couldn't believe I was spending money I don't have to spend.
Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline, and you can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-867-0566. That's 1-800-867-0566 now.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Catch all the high school and college action during sports overtime on Friday and Saturday nights on WYMT, HNI, and WYMT.com. Sponsored by Appalachian Wireless.
WYMT, dedicated to Eastern Kentucky.
Along with his dedicated tactical team, Craig T. Nelson takes on the District.
Sky Alert Weather, dedicated to Eastern Kentucky.
Flash flooding is causing issues in parts of our region today. We'll take you to Wolfe County, where some are already cleaning up. And what local folks are saying about President Biden mandating the COVID vaccine for nursing home employees, and why some worry it could lead to a staffing shortage.
We've got drier but warmer weather ahead. Unfortunately, we've got a few more storms to get through first. I'll have the details coming up right now at 6.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Flash flooding today caused some damage, with Wolfe County appearing to be one of the hardest hit areas. One place damaged was the Bethany Christian School, making the start of school uncertain. WYMT's Zach Hawk went to Wolfe County to see how the cleanup effort is already going.
Administrators say the flooding came fast and out of nowhere, which came as a surprise to folks around here because there hasn't been flooding like this in this location since at least the 90s. As soon as the community heard about the damage, parents and children came to help try and protect what they could and clean up after the rain slowed.
It came quickly today, and we did the best we could to move things up as high as we could, and, we've tried to minimize the damage.
So far, a little more than a dozen people from surrounding neighborhoods have come and tried to help with the cleanup, but more people will be required overnight, tomorrow, and through the weekend if this school will be ready to open on Monday. In Wolfe County, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
School officials say they feel blessed to have the support of community members in their cleanup efforts.
And we had quite a bit of rainfall across those parts not too long ago this morning that did cause some of that flooding, not just in Wolfe County, but also in Powell County, parts of Estill and Lee counties as well. And that's something we've been watching. Nearly 2 inches of rain not far from that mesonet site in parts of Madison County. That's the closest mesonet site to Wolfe County. So that was just a very quick burst of rainfall they had this morning. UVA-wise camera showing that we are still dealing with some showers and storms in some spots. We're watching some of that there in the distance as well. Mountain Parkway at Slade, we're drying out, thankfully, at this time with the sun making an appearance. Still watching a rather not strong storm, but some moderate to heavy rainfall through parts of Pike County, a few more spotty storms in parts of Rockcastle, Laurel, and Pulaski counties, and as well moving into Claiborne County in Tennessee. See, we still do have a flash flood warning for Buchanan County until 6:45. The one for Pike County County has been discontinued. Everything here moving on off to the east. Once we get this frontal boundary out of here, we're going to warm those temperatures up, as a matter of fact, but we're going to continue to see some drier weather move in as well. So download that WYMT weather app. We still do have some storm chances this evening, but we have improvement on the way. I'll have the details on that coming up in just a bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. More and more companies are requiring employees to get a COVID-19 vaccine, and now the federal government is mandating nursing home staff to get vaccinated, or they could lose crucial federal dollars. WYMT's Dakota Makris has more from one association president who says the mandate should cover all healthcare workers.
President Joe Biden saying on Wednesday that nursing home staff are required to be vaccinated against COVID-19.
Studies show that highly vaccinated nursing home staff is associated with at least 30% less COVID-19 cases among long-term care residents.
Saying this is part of a condition for those facilities that receive Medicare and Medicaid.
And our association has been very vocal about setting expectation that our entire workforce becomes vaccinated. We do believe that's the best thing to protect our residents.
That was Betsy Johnson with the Kentucky Association of Healthcare Facilities. She says they work with 200 care centers. She also says more than 80% of residents are vaxxed and also 50% of staff are vaccinated.
We do have some members who have mandated the vaccine, some of our larger companies.
She says the president's mandate singles out skilled nursing facilities that rely on federal funding.
We're going to lose workforce. Even with these employer mandates, we're seeing about a 4 to 7% drop in the workforce in those buildings that did mandate the vaccine.
Adding she thinks the mandate should be required for all healthcare workers across the board, saying staff will leave and work at healthcare facilities that do not mandate a vaccine.
We're a 24/7 care model. I mean, we don't, everybody keeps talking about these fast food restaurants closing their dining rooms because they don't have enough staff. We can't close any part of our operation.
Saying if workers leave, it will lessen the quality of care residents receive. Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
Johnson adds they expect more information in the next 30 days on when workers will have to receive a vaccination. Governor Andy Beshear says people need to get the COVID-19 vaccine to preserve hospital capacity, continuing to say vaccines and masks are the answer. He had hospital administrators and doctors share video announcements today urging vaccines because of what he says are hospitals nearing or at capacity. He also says misinformation is hurting, such as the people who criticized him for not wearing a mask at the state fair when he says the photos were taken at an outdoor event.
There's a governor indoor without wearing a mask. He doesn't believe in it. You don't need to wear one. That's the exact type of misleading types of lies that mean to confuse some people.
And I have seen that circulating on Facebook today. The governor says he is especially concerned about the 18 children in the hospital in Kentucky because a lot of hospitals do not have pediatric units. Another concerning day of COVID stats in Kentucky, the state announcing more than 4,800 new cases, and the positivity rate is continuing to climb. The governor announced 4,836 new cases today. The statewide total increased to 530,573. There were 9 new deaths reported, bringing the death toll to 7,477. The positivity rate is now at 12.75%. The positivity rate has now increased for 53 days in a row. 114 of the state's 120 counties are in the red zone, including every county in our coverage area aside from Wayne County. Clay County continues to have the highest incidence rate in the Commonwealth. You can always find the latest COVID-19 information on our website at WYMT.com. The Belfry community of Pike County is saying goodbye to a man who patrolled, protected, and perked up the area for the last 10 years. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to Sheriff Rodney Scott about the death of a beloved deputy.
Jackie Deskins was all about community.
That's what we look for, that's the kind of people we want. We want, people that's known in the community, that's good people in the community.
From his days in the mines to his days as a youth sports coach, the Pond Creek celebrity was always willing to step up to a calling.
He went above and beyond what we asked him to do. He was right there, front and center.
And for nearly a decade, he spent his time as a sheriff's deputy, giving back by serving the people of Pike County.
He was a great person, great family man, loved his family, loved the community, loved our county.
And even through months of sickness, loved ones say his heart and passions always shined through.
He was from over in the Belfry area, loved sports, football, basketball, girls basketball, softball, it didn't matter, baseball. Jackie was always around close.
Though he died Wednesday, his story lives on, with chapters of protecting, serving, and spreading enough love to create a legacy.
And he's just an all-around great guy, good family man, good community man, just good person.
And now his loved ones prepare to say goodbye.
It's just been a sad time here, and he's going to be missed.
Knowing his life will never be forgotten. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
One woman told our reporter, quote, Jackie was like sunshine. His services are set for Friday and Saturday under the direction of R.E. Rogers Funeral Home. One Southern Kentucky woman is facing a host of charges after police found her trying to break into her neighbor's apartment with a weapon. Deputies say they were called to an apartment on Highway 92 in Wayne County when they spotted Kathy Farrell walking away from the door of the person who called them with a knife in her hand, getting ready to go back into her own apartment. Police say Farrell dropped the knife when she went in the apartment, but when they tried to arrest her, she put up a fight and would not respond to their commands and continued to fight them even as they tried to put her in the cruiser and take her to jail. She's being held in the Wayne County, Kentucky Detention Center. The Laurel County Sheriff's Department says a drug investigation resulted in a major bust this Wednesday morning. The deputies say the investigation happened off the Cumberland Gap Parkway in southern Laurel County when they learned of two people trafficking in the area. The deputies say Caitlin Thomas and a 17-year-old boy, both from New York State, were intercepted traveling through Laurel County. In total, deputies found 9.5 pounds of suspected meth, 15 firearms, 4 of which were stolen, and around 1,000 fentanyl pills. They believe the drugs were part of a cartel-related operation and were en route from Atlanta, Georgia to Syracuse, New York. Thomas was taken to the Laurel County Detention Center, and the 17-year-old was turned over to a court-designated worker for disposition. West Virginia's Supreme Court has launched a new program that uses technology to promote safety and access in cases involving sexual assault and domestic violence. The Herald-Dispatch reports Chief Justice Evan Jenkins announced the initiative Wednesday in Cabell County Family Court in Huntington. Jenkins said the project was developed because of judicial access and safety concerns raised by domestic violence and sexual assault victims' advocates. The only option before the program was for victims to appear in person at the courthouse. Pike County is going to be replacing some power lines that have been around since the 1940s. Kentucky Power announced in a news release that they are preparing an application to improve electrical routes across the Pike County region. The project would retire around 9 miles of dated equipment and replace it with newer equipment that will require less frequent maintenance. The Kentucky Power project team said that landowners can visit their website to learn more about the project and enter a virtual open house. If it's approved, construction is expected to begin in summer of 2023. Kentucky State University is taking corrective action to stabilize the school's finances after the resignation of its president last month. The university's Board of Regents was recently briefed on its finances that include $13 million in spending, past due, or unpaid debts. New acting president Clara Ross Stamps succeeded former President M. Christopher Brown, who resigned last month amid concerns about the school's financial health and lawsuits alleging misconduct by campus officials. Several counties in eastern Kentucky saw its population decrease, with Bell County having the largest. According to data from the U.S. Census Bureau, Bell County officials saw their county's population decrease 16%. Second was Owsley County at 14.8%, and third was Knott County at 12.8%. Bell County Judge Executive Albie Brock says that percentage would change drastically if more people participated in the census.
There's nothing we could do to stop what took place in 2011, 12, 13, 14. Those are the times that we were losing population, and again, I feel like we've stabilized and are on the uptick from what our probably low was.
Brock says the county has several plans in the works to help increase their numbers. We'll have more on this tonight at 11. The Appalachian Center for the Arts is focused on Jesus this weekend. Jesus Jam hits the stage Saturday, bringing several different varieties of Christian music alive in the space. It's a project that Executive Director Robin Irwin says is all about celebrating community and combining the art of music with the art on display in the exhibit upstairs.
Just people coming out and singing and sharing testimonies of faith and how they enter the world of faith. And then we're going to have Tommy Chamberlain, the exhibit director for World of Jesus, leading tours on the hour.
The event opens Saturday at 1 p.m. with music beginning at 2 o'clock. A $5 entrance donation is encouraged.
We have slightly drier conditions working in for the end of the week. I'll have your latest Friday night football forecast and look at the weekend, too, coming up. And a new study shows Kentucky has one of the highest number of underprivileged children in the country. We talked to local advocacy groups who are working to change that.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Hey, what are you doing up this early?
Get any two of your select breakfast faves for $4, like the crispy chicken biscuit. At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthDocs.com to view a video of Dr. James G. Huffman on the Outpatient Surgery Center in Corbin. Baptist Health Corbin. Be a healthier you.
It's that time of year for some football.
Yes, it is, Todd. What's going on, guys? My name is Cash Daniel, former UK linebacker and big supporter of Patriot RV.
Tell the fine folks about the deals we're passing along, Cash.
Well, my boys at Patriot RV have absolutely tackled the competition by dropping their prices on all toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers.
We're clearing out all the 21 models and making room for the 22 model.
So come be a part of the winning team at Patriot RV in Ashland and in Prestonsburg.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last. Ooh, Venza. Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Get 2.49 financing plus $750 TFS finance cash on any new 21 Highlander, Highlander Hybrid, or gas-powered RAV4. Or lease a RAV4 for $209 a month.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, what are you doing up this early?
Get any two of your select breakfast faves for $4, like the crispy chicken biscuit.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
All right, it's been a pretty nasty day. Good to see the rain moving out, though, because we did have some flooding issues, especially up north.
Absolutely. The Kentucky River Valley area, Wolfe County, Lee, Estill, Powell counties, they got the brunt of the rain this morning. Even back towards the Bluegrass, I saw some pictures out of my hometown in Frankfort this morning of some rough weather there. Not quite as bad into parts of Wolfe County as what they saw a little bit further west in the Bluegrass. But the good news is, overall, we're going to start drying out as we head through the remainder of tonight into tomorrow as well. Pikeville Medical Center camera, though, you see it doesn't look like much of a dry picture. They're still dealing with a few of those showers. One moved right over downtown Pikeville not too long ago. But the good news is we have been able to get rid of that flash flood warning that was actually canceled early for parts of Pike County. One still in effect for parts of Buchanan County for a little less than a half an hour left, though, out there. Still dealing with some of that I-75 into Corbin. Seeing as we animate the picture there, you see what they dealt with earlier today. But we're starting to see a few peaks of sun out there right now. Same thing, Mountain Parkway at Slade. Clouds moving back in, but otherwise looking A-OK out there. Temperatures warmer in the Cumberland Valley, where they haven't seen the rain yet at 75 in Somerset, near 80 for many of the rest of us, and a little bit cooler where they're still dealing with the showers in the Big Sandy. Dew points still are on the very muggy side in those low 70s. So, yeah, you'll feel it when you walk outside the door. There's that storm we were talking about just to the south and east of downtown Pikeville. A few more working through parts of Pulaski and Laurel counties right now. Another about to work into far northeastern Wayne County, Kentucky, Claiborne County, Tennessee, getting in on a few of these as well. These are more garden variety than anything else. Nothing like what we saw earlier today. There's that flash flood warning still in effect for Buchanan County for the next half hour or so. But you see, the end is in sight. We have drier weather off to our west, and that's going to give us much better news as we head into tomorrow. So 74 tonight, and those showers and storms especially early. I think we dry out overnight, but we still do have some of that fog to deal with, especially in the northeastern part of our area. Right now, just for Rowan, Menifee, Powell, and Estill counties until this goes into effect at midnight and lasts until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wouldn't be surprised if that gets expanded further to the east and south as we head into the overnight hours. Timing it out on Future View, you see showers and storms diminish, but we'll have to watch that fog to wake up in the morning in those middle and upper 60s. As we head into tomorrow afternoon, though, a spotty storm, possible. But otherwise, heading towards kickoff of our Friday night football games, first ones of the season, looking A-OK. Low 80s, will be muggy, but otherwise, I'll take the dry weather any day of the week. And even as we wake up on Saturday morning, we're going to be dealing with some dry weather. Could we see a couple of spotty storms on our Saturday? That's a possibility, but I don't think it is a huge possibility. And notice, we're starting to get warm out there as well. Look at these temperatures back into the mid and upper 80s as we work through the beginning of our weekend. That's just a sign of things to come. We were talking about the temperature trend earlier. Below average Friday, below average on Saturday, back above average by Sunday, 86. 87 on Monday, not far from 90 as we head into the day on Tuesday. This time of year, we should be about 85 degrees or so. So we are still in summer. It's just a reminder that even though we are, the harbinger of fall, the football season starting, it's still going to be hot out there, and that's what we're going to contend with on our Community Trust Bank extended forecast. Upper 80s for Monday and on Tuesday. Just stray chances this weekend and into early next week. We have to go into the middle of next week before we return to some slightly rainier conditions with highs not far from 90 degrees. Steve?
Evan, thank you. Coming up in sports, more details on 6 Kentucky football Wildcats facing criminal charges. Plus, head coach Mark Stoops releasing a statement just moments ago about the charges.
WYMT weather, sponsored by Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
Visit the Thornhill Motor Mile on US 119 for total savings on new Ford and Lincoln models. We have a vehicle solution for all your family needs, plus coverage that goes the distance with our 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. Thornhill Ford Lincoln, built for America, built Ford proud.
I was involved in a very terrible car accident, and overnight my life changed. After being in a coma for several months, my family and friends had reached out to Morgan & Morgan. They've done right for so many people. Morgan & Morgan broke it down and kept it simple for me, but at the same time had my back. They've helped me restore something in my life that I thought I lost forever. The ability to provide for my family. I want people to know Morgan & Morgan truly just want to fight for you and what's right for the people.
Each person who comes through the doors of addiction recovery care needs to feel like if they were the only one there, everyone would still be there for them.
I'm just really excited to be that one life that Art saved. I never could imagine my life being the way it is today.
Art gave me a future of saving my life. It definitely worked for me.
It 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 worked for me. And it can also work for you. Call Addiction Recovery Care today.
When your vehicle is down and out, Thornhill Ford Lincoln is your total solution. Big or small, our hometown team of certified technicians will treat you as part of the family. Shop us for all your parts and service needs at thornhillford.net because total care is what we do.
This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
6 Kentucky football players have been arrested on charges of first-degree burglary. Definitely not what you want to hear when the season is just about 2 weeks away. Now, those players have been arrested are Ruben R.J. Adams, Robert Jutan McLean, Andrew Phillips, Ernest Sanders, Joel Williams, and Vito Tisdale. Tisdale also has a charge of wanton endangerment. Police say he was identified as a person believed to be pointing a gun. This dates back to a private party that was held back in March when 3 people entered a residence uninvited and were asked to leave. They promised to come back, and they did later that night with 3 more people and forced their way in. All of these players will be in court tomorrow. Now, here's what head coach Mark Stoops releasing a statement on the situation. He says, quote, "I'm aware of the situation that arose today. Out of respect for the legal process, I cannot comment on the charges. We have been aware of this matter since March as we withheld the players from team activities while a student conduct review was held." He then went on to say, based on the outcome of the review, the players returned to activity in June. We are evaluating the current situation as we receive more information. Now, we will be keeping an eye on this as we learn more details. Now, the preseason awards keep rolling in for one member of the Big Blue Wall. Senior offensive tackle Darian Kennard named to the 26-man preseason ESPN All-American team. Also this preseason, Kennard was named a preseason first-team All-American by Athlon Sports, USA Today, Walter Camp, and Pro Football Focus. He was also a preseason second All-American by Phil Steele. Definitely should be fun to watch him play in his last season in Lexington. Now, we are just 16 days away from the first Wildcats game of the season, and defensive coordinator Brad White and his guys are getting ready to punish some SEC offense this upcoming season. White says that it's still hard to tell right now where the defense stands with improving the pass rush, saying that getting 3+ sacks a game may not happen immediately. He also talked a little bit about the team's depth.
Certain spots you probably feel better than others. I mean, and that's at any program across the country. And I feel okay. I mean, it's not overwhelmingly like, oh yeah, we can lose anybody at any position and be just fine. There are guys that play at a high level and at a higher level than others. And so you need to try to keep those guys.
And we are just a little more than 24 hours away from the first Friday Night Lights in the Commonwealth. Here's the slate for our first Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week. It's Philip Haywood and the Belfry Pirates making the trip to play the Pulaski County Maroons. Now, last season, these two did play at Pond Creek, and Belfry did win 33-13. Kickoff for this one is at 7:30, and you can watch it on our second channel, Heroes and Icons, or stream it online at WYMT.com. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
It's $5 days this Friday and Saturday. Save big on items store-wide.
This Friday and Saturday, save on Pick 5 meat, Shortcuts snack cups, Bluebell or Kay's ice cream, and more.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Maxed out on your credit cards? Constantly worried about how you're going to make your monthly payments? If so, we have an urgent message for you. Freedom Debt Relief can help you lower your monthly payments, reduce how much you owe, and help you get out of debt in as little as 24 to 48 months. Do not spend another minute stressing over how to pay your credit card bills. To find out how much you could save, go to freedomdebtrelief.com or call the number on your screen. Our team of experts are standing by to take your call. Freedom Debt Relief has helped over 500,000 customers just like you to take back control of their life.
After a year, my first credit card was paid off. Then the second, then the third. And I thought, oh my God, this is going to work.
The bigger your debt, the more money you could save.
For free information, call now 1-800-608-4299. That's 1-800-608-4299 or go to freedomdebtrelief.com.
The WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app, powered by Appalachian Wireless.
Have a news tip? Then call the WYMT News Tip line.
Closed captioning presented by Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds, serving Eastern Kentucky for Social Security and Federal Black Lung.
This just in from Frankfort, a Catholic school district in northern Kentucky will no longer have to mandate masks after a federal judge ruled that Governor Beshear cannot legally mandate masks in schools with an executive order, but the mask requirement implemented by the Kentucky Department of Education is not affected. So basically this ruling just affects the Diocese of Covington and no other schools. We'll have more about this at 11. Well, August is Child Support Awareness Month, a national campaign that highlights services focused on the health and well-being of children. In honor of this month, the Wallet Hub conducted a study which showed Kentucky has the highest share of maltreated children. WYMT's Alyssa Williams talked to several folks about why this is and what we can do to combat it.
Wallet Hub recently released a study on 2021 states with the most underprivileged children. Kentucky came in at number 10. But as for the state with the highest number of maltreated children, Kentucky took the number 1 spot.
It really is something I didn't realize was as bad as it is.
Nearly 20 out of every 1,000 children in Kentucky will be abused. This is an issue that the advocates at Judy's Place for Kids in Pikeville know all too well.
Most every parent loves their child, and they don't want to hurt them, but they do sometimes.
Delphia Branham says children are maltreated for a variety of reasons.
Financial problems, mental health issues, alcohol, substance abuse problems. There's a variety of things.
Not only can these issues aid in the maltreatment of children, but the fact that the resources designed to help these issues are often scarce in rural areas.
You know, in our area, it's a long ways to drive a lot of times and limited amount of spaces.
Knott County Attorney Tim Bates says supplying more funds to our foster care and social work programs can aid in combating this issue.
No, I don't think it would get worse if we have a legislature that steps forward and puts the money into this. It's our children, it's our future. It's well worth it.
Staying hopeful for the children of the Commonwealth. Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Both Branham and Bates say keeping an eye out for Kentucky children is crucial. If you suspect abuse or maltreatment is taking place, you should definitely report it. And that's going to do it for Mountain News at 6. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. CBS Evening News is up next, and we'll see you back here at 11. Good night.